Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Friday, September 24th. So today we have the moon in Taurus all day. 5 different aspects taking place today. All of them involve the moon. So why I think this is going to be a very interesting day, first and foremost, we have to understand that Venus, the goddess of love and beauty and worth and money and pleasure and long-term commitment, this is her day. She rules over Friday. She right now is in Scorpio. She's diving through the depths of her soul, of her cravings, of her desires, where connection and intimacy are concerned. Well, we just moved into Libra season, the season that she naturally rules over, and she rules over Taurus as well. And the moon right now is in Taurus. So I think today could be a potentially very shiny, very emotional, very fun, light, airy, flirty day. Venus is going to want some attention. She's going to want to push herself into a situation, social scenes, where possible flirting, possible intimacy, possible connections can be made. And you best believe that she is willing to throw down some money to have a good time. So with all of that being said, we just came out of the last couple of days that have just been crazy. We are adapting to a brand new energy. The battlefield has been evened out. And now we get a little bit of time to kind of see where the extremes have been, especially with our wants, needs, and desires, with a little bit of attention, with a little bit of romance, and with a little bit of love. So the moon being in Taurus, yeah, she wants to stay low and slow. Yeah, she wants to keep with the same old, same old. Yeah, she wants to do the self-love and self-care and is probably more apt to want to do those wonderful, luxurious, comfortable things by herself. But she's also very sensual. And this is where we are opening the door to connection. Libra season is all about connection, all about relationships. And Venus, our girl, she is looking for something real. She's looking for something authentic. She's looking for something that connects soul to soul. So the moon in Taurus right now bumps into Chiron, the wounded healer, who is retrograde in Aries. Now, Chiron's whole point and purpose here is to expose for us our wounds. Because he is in Aries, this is about our ego. This is about our identity. Maybe where it is that we're looking for a little bit of attention. And you know what? There ain't nothing wrong with attention as long as it's the right kind of attention. So the moon bumps into Chiron, and yeah, we're kind of recognizing where it is that we're looking for something. We're looking to fill those voids. We're looking to have some of those cravings and desires fulfilled. And Chiron has the tendency to remind us where it is that, yeah, we could sit in it. We could feel bad for ourselves. We could be stuck in the lack or scarcity mindset of what it is that we currently don't have, or we could really boss up. We could use all of these realizations as motivation in order to get out of our way, jump out of our insecurities, jump out of our little shadow, dim lighted self, and put ourselves out there in a way that we typically wouldn't be comfortable with. However, this is Venus's day. She's standing in her power, and you best believe that we're feeling ourselves. So we get a little bit of help here because the moon goes ahead and just has a beautiful interaction with Mars, who is in Libra. Mars is the masculine energy. Venus is the feminine energy. The equinox energy that we just had balanced the scales inside of each and every single one of us, where our masculine and feminine energy is concerned. Now that we've taken stock on where it is that our energy lies, now we are looking outside of ourselves for someone to potentially match our vibes. Now, Mars, who is in Libra, he is the god of war. He does want to take action. He's flexing himself. He is pushing for balance, pushing for peace and harmony, pushing to do what is right. And right now he is focused on stability. He's focused on his money. He's focused on relationships. He is focused on entering into the fun, charming, flirty demeanor of Libra and getting what it is that he wants. So the moon in Taurus goes ahead and comes right up next to Uranus, who is in Taurus, retrograde, of course. And Uranus is the great awakener. He shocks us, he awes us, he disrupts our daily routine so that we can kind of see a different picture forming. When Uranus is in the arena, we can expect to think outside of the box. We can expect to be pushed outside of the box. We can expect to see all kinds of weird things happen, not only in the realm outside of us, but see a lot of weird things pop up in our inner realms. New cravings, new desires, new interests, new attractions. We are open-minded. We are visionary under the Uranian energy. And the moon in Taurus coming up to Uranus at this particular point in Taurus really opens us up for a wild card event that will either A, shake up our day-to-day life, make us see where it is that maybe there's a better path, a better routine, where it is that we can spice things up. B, where there's a wild card event affecting our money. Maybe it's a not so good thing, but I'm feeling like all the positive vibes here today is trying to equal up our bank accounts, equal up the karma in our businesses, and realistically speaking, hopefully a pay raise, a little bit of bump in money, some kind of reward to what it is that we've been doing to push our skills, to push our talents in a different way. C, of course, relationships. Tauran energy is all about relationships. Libran energy is all about relationships. Friday, Venus's day, is all about relationships. And this could potentially be a very chance encounter with the right kind of person, the right kind of vibes that's going to totally open your mind up to different possibilities. And of course, this Uranian energy, we'll take it to D, we went A, B, C, let's take it to D, is about future planning. It's about having a shift in perspective, a shift in information, a wild card event that totally disrupts what it is that you thought you were doing moving forward. This throws a different wrench into the game. Doesn't have to be a bad wrench. It could be a detour, putting you on a path that will get you to your end result in a quicker, much easier way than what it is that you have been planning for. Regardless, we're going to get a shakeup. We're going to get a wake up. And hopefully, all the cards will lie in the best kinds of way. So the moon in Taurus opposes, sits across from, has a conflict with Venus, who rules over Tauran energy. Like I spoke about, Venus is in Scorpio, a water sign. Things have been very intense, very overwhelming, especially where our sexual desires are concerned, our intimate connections are discerned. We are really focusing in on aligning with people on a soul level, that true connection. And the shadow part to, of course, Venus being in Scorpio, is that we have to kind of wade in the dark, muddy waters of our shadow selves. Now, the shadow energy to this is possessiveness, is jealousy, is, controlling behaviors, manipulation. But with all of that kind of hanging over our heads, all of those shadow elements get brought to the surface and illuminated so that we can do something good with that. And the moon in Taurus right now, sitting across from Venus in Scorpio, this is about emotionally, I need stability. I need to feel safe. I need to feel like I'm valued. I need to feel like I'm worthy. I need to feel like the other person sees me in a particular light of worth and value so that they will go ahead and put forth the right efforts in order to meet me where it is that I'm at, instead of expecting me to lower my standards and meet them where they are at. The moon in Taurus sitting across from Venus, who is in Scorpio, is recognizing all of these quote unquote voids, these desires, these cravings, this want, need, and desire for connection, but at the same time, not wanting to do anything about it. Why? Because we want to stick to the same old, same old. That Tauran energy wants to stick to what is tried, tested, and true, wants to stick in the comfort zone, wants to stick to what is familiar. And we're recognizing right now by some of the shadow parts coming up in our daily lives because of Venus being in Scorpio that, you know what, we're not happy with the same old, same old. We're not happy with the current situation of our relationships. And that's going to put us in a very vulnerable type of position where the Scorpio energy is not happy to be sitting in. And Venus could really find herself in a very weak and vulnerable position and doing desperate kind of acts for desperate kind of attention just to make herself feel valued and worthy. But right now, we should be consciously aware of these choices, and we should be choosing to step out in the limelight in all the right ways. To step out not seeking attention, but demanding attention because we know our worth. We know we're light and fluffy. We know we're shiny. We know that we have a lot to give. We know that we're valued and we're worthy because we have done that work within ourselves. So the moon in Taurus is going to go ahead and bump into the sun, who is now in Libra, still very much fresh in this Libran energy, still trying to get a footing. And to be honest with you, this isn't the best type of aspect. It's not a major negative aspect, but it's one that's really going to either highlight the shadow parts that we just dove into or really push us to take those shadow elements and turn it into something light that we can work with to act as a fuel, to act as a motivator for us to go ahead and push forward. So the sun in Libra, again, wants to find peace, wants to find harmony, wants to find balance, wants to do what is right, wants to focus on relationships. But we just got in here. We just get up in this energy, and this particular situation needs to illuminate for us where it is that things are extreme. If the whole point of Libran energy is to find balance, we do that by examining where life has gotten out of whack, where things are too extreme. And if those earlier emotions are illuminating from the shadow part of the energy, where possessiveness and manipulation and control issues and jealousy are arising, so that you can take a good look at your current relationship status and figure out whether it's healthy and happy and supporting you and moving forward, well, then that's all great. We can just pour into that and just recognize that that is a stable foundation that we want to build off of. But if we're illuminated to all of these not so nice things and we're going to dive all the way into that, you best believe that the sun in Libra is going to take us to that extreme. And of course, we have the moon in Taurus bumping into the sun in Libra right now, just trying to keep us grounded, just trying to keep us in the present moment, just trying to keep us focused on just us. And of course, you know, that Tauran energy just wants to keep to themselves a little bit more than the sun in Libra. The sun in Libra wants to put ourselves out there, wants to be social, wants to get validation from outside of ourselves. And of course, that, my friend, is an inside job.